Today, Rinpoche completed the teaching on praise of dependent origination, showing us how important dependent origination is and that it is truly the main teaching that one needs to understand in order to achieve Buddhahood. Rinpoche has now announced that the teaching for next week will be Stages of Meditation by Kamala Shila. You know what stanza? I think I started actually.
We left off between 49 and 50. 49, 50, 50.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Jipju 40, 49. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, 49, 50.
This the 49. He's the. Let me see something here. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I have here too. Chugi Lame. Okay, da. Ngatsu Chipa.
Chugi Lame Tibi to Yodam every Tabonde, Chijin de Olmonte, Lodu Gundice, to mention Vijin which is Soro Kala to Menjo. Tanzin Hinkman was a Loma Jukar said never, but then the village, we got to say, but Lamin change it to say, Dagi and Sutos. What they led Mara?
There, Yomarbe. Jipju. Yeah, that Diane. Okay.
What is it? That's the Marudwa.
Okay. 48. Just looking for my glasses. That's all. Here. Yeah, Russell. Okay. Haha. Okay.
Church Lament Tibi to Yodam maybe tap on the Chijin de all Montemba, Lodu Julu Kundice, to mention Vijin which is Soro Kala to Menjo. Tanzin Hinkman was a Lumin Jukar Seneba, but then the village, we got to say, but Lamin change it to say, Dagi and Sutos. What to Marva?
That's so? The Injikelo.
What a work out.
Okay, so now we're on stanza number 49, and it will be 49, 50, and 51 will be the stanzas that we're going to bunch together in this particular commentary. Okay. Okay. So once again, we're looking at Lama Tsongkhapa's Praise of Dependent Origination and the accompanying commentary by Junu Jetsun Drapa Shidrup. And stanzas 49, 50, and 51 is where we will begin. The night lily grove of Nagarjuna's treatises, Nagarjuna whom you prophesied would unravel your unexcelled vehicle as it is, shunning extremes of existence and non-existence, illuminated by the garland of white lights of Chandra's well-uttered insights, Chandra whose stainless wisdom orb is full, who glides freely across Scripture's space, who dispels the darkness of extremist hearts and outshines the constellations of false speakers. When, through my teacher's kindness, I saw this, my mind found a rest at last. Rinpoche actually read it twice, so what I'll do is I'll read this alternative translation, and you can just kind of look at yours as it and just see. The way of your highest vehicle, which rejects the extremes of being absolutely or not being at all, would be explained, as you prophesied, by Nagarjuna, whose treatises, like a garden of moon flowers, blossomed through the great kindness of my Lama, beneath the white light beams of the brilliant explanations of the glorious moon, whose waxing orb of stainless wisdom moves unimpeded through the sky of scriptures, outshining constellations of false speech and clearing the heart of darkness of extreme views. At last my tormented mind found true relief.
Then
the puik the da drapa yurbe.
And what the Kasugre, Tanzin Hiki Mabasses, what the Hill Lutu said those, Tanzin Hiki Mabase, Lumi Jukar Senaba, but then the Uleshe, Vagatre Sejaba, Lamin Tejutun, Dog aging as those, but then the Hot Bijunla then, I know what the Sajik then be true to what the Yabuji Shetu those, that's one thing that.
Okay. So we see in the first stanza the night lily grove of Nagarjuna's treatises, Nagarjuna whom you prophesied would unravel your unexcelled vehicle as it is, shunning extremes of existence and non-existence. Lame Tepi. Okay, so here what this is saying is it's whose vehicle. It says, whom you prophesized. Who is the you in this? This Lama Tsongkhapa is speaking to Buddha Shakyamuni. So Buddha Shakyamuni made a prophecy that a being named Nagarjuna would come. So it says, Nagarjuna, whom you prophesied. So this means that the Buddha predicted a monk by the name of Lo or Naga would arrive. Lo is a Naga in Tibetan, and he would clearly explain the Buddhist system. So he said, would unravel your unexcelled vehicle. And the unexcelled vehicle here is speaking about the highest vehicle, the great vehicle. So there is no higher vehicle than is being taught in this case. So it says, would unravel your unexcelled vehicle as it is. So the highest thought of the Buddha would be presented by Nagarjuna. And it says, shunning the extremes of existence and non-existence, the two extremes of substantialism and then non-existence, of the two extremes one grasps at. Then, illuminated by the garland of white lights of Chandra's well-uttered insights, Chandra whose stainless wisdom orb is full, who glides freely across scripture's space. Here, this is referring to Chandra Kirti. I'm trying to find the Rinpoche, the Puyik, the Dawadrapa Kabiore, the Jime Genji, the Kabiore, the Minga Kabiore, Tarzin Yinji.
Loma Jukara said no, but then the relationships, but then the other was.
Okay, two chena. Gangin Sena the Inji K Ni Yure and Cheek Chandra Yomare. Dawadrapa Yomare. Okay, so what I'm looking to see in the Tibetan is we don't see Chandra Kirti's name mentioned here. It might have just been translated into an English name maybe they use for Chandrakirti that I'm not aware of, but it definitely mentions Chandrakirti, who is also an explainer of the middle way and is considered a spiritual son of Nagarjuna. So it says, illuminated by the garland of white lights of Chandra's well-uttered insights, Chandra whose stainless wisdom orb is full, who glides freely across scripture's space. Who dispels the darkness of who dispels the darkness of extremist hearts and outshines the constellations of false speakers. When through my teacher's kindness I saw this, my mind found a rest at last. So here, this is Lama Tsongkhapa speaking of his teacher, illuminating the teachings of Nagarjuna and his spiritual son Chandrakirti of the unsurpassed vehicle of the Mahayana. Okay, Digsum Rinpoche.
다 손지 군양을 내가 남아도 손지 있는 마주바이나 안 마오바는 태바 쳔비 대반 저게 수용 그래서 내가 아주 롱땡으로 제스 야슈바 임바로 뭐분 양안 되고도 제바 손지 셰도 수스 안에 손지 어디 많은 양안 되고도 론지자 내바는 로슈베디 위드네 그런 받는 치다봐 재미 로시 버버데 외도메베 타본 제전도와 롱땡바 로주 중로 군디체 외도메베 타본 제전도와 롱땡바 로도가이 사두데 도와진도 텐로스 몸으로서 같이 배운 거래서 로주베디 어떻게 대바 챔비 템바드 제바시 그래 사담으로 로도가 루네네 도와진 배는 그래서 만난 양안 되고도
The Jambayan Ju Dilung? Okay, now you're it. Okay. Con the sa Shanchu Sembi sa legare. Okay, yeah, the yure. Nga yure.
Yeah.
Shere yapudu. Okay, so we find the prediction. Okay. Ale. Long ni yure de datayin. Okay, so Buddha was asked at the time of his passing, right before he went into nirvana, who will uphold and who will be able to clarify the teachings of the great vehicle after your passing. And the Buddha made a prophecy that 400 years after he passes, there will be a monk who arrives by the name of Naga, and he will be able to illuminate the meaning of this vehicle. And there's actually two related quotes. So one is related to just the points Rinpoche made, and the other is the actual quote. So I'll read them both. So Mahamati, know that after the one gone to bliss has passed away, there will appear after the passage of time one who will uphold the ways. In the south, in the area of Vidarbha, will be a monk widely known as Shriman, who will also be called Naga. Destroying the extreme positions of inherent existent and conventional non-existent, he will thoroughly teach in the world the unsurpassed great vehicle, my vehicle. Having done this, he will achieve the very joyful ground and then go to the blissful pure land upon passing away. And then there's one from a Manjushri Tantra who says, when 400 years have passed, after I, the one gone thus, have passed away, a monk called Naga will arise, faithful in and helping to the teaching, who will attain the very joyful ground. Living for 600 years, that being will also achieve the knowledge mantra of Mahamayari, I'm sorry, and he will know the meaning of various treatises, the meaning of no inherent existence. When he leaves that body, he will be born in the pure land of bliss. Finally, he will just definitely attain thoroughly the state of Buddhahood. So I just read that because that has the 400 years after prediction that Rinpoche mentioned. The quote, though, is this one. Both speak of him going to the pure land upon passing in the very joyful ground achievement. Digsum Rinpoche, Tuchena.
Chöji lana mebi tibi chöji lama tibi de Lobsang Namgyal rangi juye batang tanya do mebi drogoji tabonde jayu gomba chetawa je do rangi je jambe zaju dang langa sheba dang ngau che ndo so le longten ba ngobulu do longten ba de jambe zaju longten yo ma langa shebin do le ten yo ba de ngau che ndo so le ne longten ba ngobulu do je jonlo zawas ngobulu do je jonlo zawa shero la so ba ngobulu sombe no omare so do ro zawa shero la so ba zawa shero la so be kundi tseje kundi tse na je tsedunse kundi tse na je tsedunse kundi tse na ma do gumanda tse na je tam nenga go baro da tsedunse chuwa jama me ba chu jama me be chenbi jingo radu je shi tame chenbi jingo je chenbi jingo radu je shi jayu soro je khalas jayu soro naha ge zo go baro da jayu soro je khala toba me ba ju je yoba tata da me ba cheta de tanzin je chenwa du nyegi de yi je me ba sewa she je yi je me ba se nyegi me ba se de lo me ba sewa she je jodan lo ba ma yu kelon jogre je jodan lo ba ma yu keba ngaje je ngaje yu kelon jogre je to se je ne ba de bas ane lodam hawa tutu kanga lo de baden da yu leshe da ngobolo do ge jong ge wote seji ne ba res da seji ne ba de ba
The Yanja Surinam, they Yanja Surinam. Seji Norbo, Gare.
jayu soro kala toba me ba ju ji ta che ji tan je bi chwa yo ba ta ta me ba che dan je bi chwa le ju higi de yiji sheji me ba sawa she bas yile mo ba she be me ba de sawa she bares jodan lo ba ma ye kelon jogar tujes lo me jogar se no ba se da jogar tuje na ba den da tabe leshe omala joba da tashi tsawa shirajin reba chese dan tsawa shirajin reba chese dan reba dujubin reba la soba na je
Sese
yoga ji
Becha. Sese Gare, the Becha Ming.
kaba
The Palden Dawa Drapa Se Ser Sing.
chese
The Gare.
tsawa shirajin chigin reba dan döng reba ni yodro
Oh, okay.
chese chigin reba da
Two Chena, entrance in the middle way. And a word. Sikse, word commentary. Dong Dunda, the meaning. Okay. The Dawadrapa, the Delpa Ni Chisong, the Sawa Sherap Delpa Ni.
baden da
Sikse,
chese dan
Dun.
oma joba la soba mo yoro da
Okay. The Uma Jupa, the Dunje. Sikse Becha Jenda.
chigin reba chig
Okay, Sik Delpa.
chenje
Okay, two Chena. Gonga Mepachik.
yeah
Then that's Sawa Sherap Delpa. Sawa Sherap. Okay, then
chene
Sawa Shera Gi Delpa Sik Se Dang. Ripa Dru Chupi Delpa. Ripa Dru 6.
자셔로 렌션 좀 리버 주주바 돈이 뒤져 봐서 레바 줘 오마레 쫓아오는 지로
Ripa Drew Ju. 60 stanzas of reasoning. Okay, 60 stanzas of reasoning. Ripa Drew. Nene. Sawa Sheraki Jelpa Si Sel Dang. Ripa Drew Jupi Jelpa La Sopa Na. Ale Dawa Drapa Ripi Drew Delpa Yure. Nangi Ukargi. Okay, so basically what I can't translate all of it, obviously. We're looking at the commentary now, and it's going over what was basically presented here, that Nagarjuna was going to teach the highest of all of the middle way philosophies, the Madhyamika Prasangika philosophy, and that he would be the one who would come to clarify the meaning of that. And where would he clarify it? He would clarify it in the collections of texts, such as the Root Wisdom text, and the other collections, such as the Precious Garland, and so forth. So we would find all of the pronouncements of Nagarjuna to be pronouncements which are clarifications of the middle way philosophy. And then Nagarjuna had, I just want to look up one thing real quick. Nagarjuna had various disciples or spiritual sons, and one of which, and this is all in this commentary, is named Chandrakirti. And Chandrakirti wrote various texts. He wrote a commentary. It says a word commentary on the Root Wisdom text, on the Mulya Madhyamika Karika, and then the actual meaning commentary, which we would call the entrance to the middle way. And then also a commentary on the 60 stanzas of reasoning, something to that effect. Also a commentary on the 60 stanzas of reasoning. So basically all of the explanations that we find by Chandrakirti are explanations of the 6 collections that Nagarjuna wrote. Sometimes it's 5 collections omitting the Precious Garland, but if you include the Precious Garlands, there would be the 6 collections of reasoning. I think it's I'm not sure exactly which ones fall. It was a friendly letter, Purest Praise. Yeah, I don't want to list them. I think it's the Precious Garland of Advice. Yeah, Precious Garland, Refutation of Objections, 70 stanzas on emptiness, the 60 stanzas of reasoning, the treatise called The Finely Woven, and the treatise on the middle way, the fundamental treatise on the middle way wisdom, Mulya Madhyamika Karika. So those are the 6 texts of Nagarjuna, and then Chandrakirti wrote commentaries on those various texts. So that's what's being presented in here. And also it's saying that there's the word commentary that Chandrakirti's written, and it's just listing a lot of the different works, and these are all related to the middle way. Okay, Selposhason. Dene Ngatsu Kabarleson. Chicher Sewar.
Chicher Sewas.
Digare.
Reba Dujubi Reba La Subana, you got Chicher Sewa Shevas, Shebi Duns. Kaza, Chicher, you got Chicher, Lami Tingy Tunse, you got Chicher, Lami Tingy Tunse, Chicher Sewa Shevasa.
Chishinanga de La
Sewa Shebi
Lama.
Lama Jambe on La Subi Tingy Tules, that gentleman, Lama Jambe on La Subi Tingy Tule. Or the Suganese with the chansons, songs, Jambella was dangerous. Lami danger tunes, the Jeremy Sugar, Lami danger change, and the Dabin Louis Nantukan, I was shares on some words. Lami danger tunes, said dog aging and so toes. Lami Lama to Jambe on this.
Jambe on
Jambe ne Jeremy shares in the moment.
Okay.
Jambe Cardinal then or Tetabine to Jeremy chansons, shares.
That's so. So then it says that he studied these great works, as well as having a teacher-student relationship with Manjushri, who taught him many things and clarified many points. And then this is speaking of Lama Tsongkhapa. Lama Tsongkhapa learned this from studying all of these points and then having this relationship with Manjushri. Because remember, this commentary isn't written by J. Rinpoche. It's written by Junu Jetsun Drapa Shidrup. So he's speaking about Lama Tsongkhapa's wisdom, basically, the accumulation of wisdom and how it occurred.
Chichi sewa shiva lama jambe yang la subi tenji tule lode ju tong yu sese jirma chi jambe yang gadin la tenne tetabi nenchu kaya buji chen song.
So out of the kindness of Manjushri, Lama Tsongkhapa was able to understand this. Lozan drapi peda giyichi te.
Lozan drapi peda ki yiji Deyu nga su todes. Lami jenji tong se dagi ji nga su to sa de doa. Dagi ji nga su to.
Gare. Dagi ichi dewa gare.
Ji nga su to. Ane sen do ba yoba nga sen ne ya bu she zong.
Oh, okay. Clarified. Lesso.
Dagi nga su to.
Lesso. Kongi Sam Chipo Chaso.
O de shibu chaso no gore.
The Dendel Dopa yure.
Dagi
Okay.
nga su to.
Dene?
Ta dene ma.
So then the commentary says that after, being able to read these texts and have, it says, through my teacher's kindness, his root teacher is Manjushri. It says, I saw my mind found a rest. So after studying all of these texts just mentioned, the Nagarjuna's root texts and the 6 collections and Chandrakirti's commentaries, and then having the relationship with Manjushri, and then as a translator's note, I'm not sure if it's in here, but also having visions of Buddha Palita and so forth, who also aided in his journey. So after all of that, his mind found some ease because he had so much trouble understanding the middle way consequence view, ultimately. Then
Lami tenji tong yu seshi lama zu jambe yang koku du se. Jambe yang yinba kato ji she las. Chushu ndara yi ji sheda njungwa, sheda, drupa sheda, ndeda sana, wo songda nyanga kishare. Ane wo ndeda njungwa, yi ji shebe, ndeda desi ndeda.
Jeta sana?
Ndeda sana kaya ta chaku chisa chi se ndeda la kore ndeda. Ndeda di sheda. Sheda. Kaya ta chaku chisa chi. Chi she. Yi chi se na chi nduwa. Songda nyanga chan drupa ndeda desi ndeda. Ndeda njung las. Sombong tang jangwa ki tari yi chi she drupi ida yue baasa. Sombong kashi lo wate drupa ndeda yue song shas. Drupa tuanpa di jesu rado shongju de. Tuanti jesu rado shongju des. Jayi song la jangpa memen shin. Nanju shue la zuanmi kulong shi. Changsong chenpo tala teta kuyos. Hodre doa. Lami tenji tong yu dagi yi jing gong su tu. Zeba kunli, zeba kuyen te yi ne. Hodre le dari da. Paden da yu le shi jiwa, ka te yi shi jiwa. Lami tenji tong yu dagi yi jing gong su tu. Hodre sende dire doa.
Paden dai Lesheji,
Paden dayu leshe ji, weka tenye se she ba. Paden dayu
Lamrim,
leshe de wadin dawa gu su su kuwa, nyenga jen de nyenga. Paden dayu leshe ji, weka tenye se she ba. Lamrim tenye tong yu se, tala tenne,
Lessa,
jameyang jila tenne,
Jabeyang,
na
Lessa,
jelme chi ngay abu che song si. Dagi ji nga su tu si. Yile ma shebi kange de mu du si.
Lessa,
Kange li tu ne abu che song si.
Lessa,
Dagi ji nga su tu.
Lesso. So we find in the going back to the praise of dependent origination, stanza 51, who dispels the darkness of extremist hearts and outshines the constellations of false speakers. When through my teacher's kindness I saw this. So here, seeing the middle way philosophy, basically, when Lama Tsongkhapa realized the middle way, which was free of extremes of substantialism and nihilism, his mind was at rest. How was he able to do this? Through his teacher's kindness at the root of things. And who is his teacher? Manjushri. So through Manjushri's kindness, he was able to have his mind be put at ease. What was that kindness? Explaining the middle way philosophy via all of these texts mentioned. Okay. Nge tsapa. Dene chu delpa kabiyare kabar lepsom.
Riba de nga ju nga nye.
Yomare. Ribe. Yomare.
Nga ju nga nye ro. Tuandi jesu radu shungju.
Rinpoche,
Tuandi jesu radu shungju de.
this Shaloka Sarpa let Yomar. Let's go, Rinpoche. Nge sampa. The Shaloka Ngatsu the Dangsa the Pelden Dawe Leji. Dene the Ngapchu. Then the Dangson. The Ngatsu the lesson.
Nga ju de ro, nga ju.
Ngapchu.
Nga ju toa shero la sube, kundi tse
Chu mambo de loson. The Rik Druk Jup Jalpa. The Sona. The Cheche.
Tara ji toa shero riba tse se tang, riba tuju ba, roju bin riba, suji tuyan re yus.
The Chiran lesson.
Nga ju ro, nga ju.
Ngachu.
Nga ju ro.
Ngachu the
Wote ka tu re.
Tuchin. Then Mambo Lawson, the Lodrugi, then a Sonra shit, the Shidan, they done draw this. They done. Pelden.
Padan, pajen su su she na,
Son.
lodu ji sung tang, matu kunda jaras, lodu ji sung de, matu kunda ki puka, zo jen se zo su kwa baris, matu ki zo su kwa baris.
Lessa.
Kunda da jaras, kunda jaras, padan dayu sung tang, dayu sung de, dayu zi tang chiba jabaris, dayu zi sung ro she tang chiba tuanbi, sung tang naka, tanzin ji meba ses, lumi juga se ne bas, tanzin hiki meba ses adre do, tanzin hiki meba se.
The Dawa Drapa, the
Yeah.
Yunten. Pelden Dawa Drapa Yunten.
Ja.
So now it's the commentary speaking of Chandrakirti's excellent qualities. It says the well-othered insights and the wisdom is being compared to this orb which floats freely through space. It's just basically reiterating that the way that Chandrakirti clarifies Nagarjuna's treatises makes you free, makes you able to understand them. It's clarifying them. So it says it illuminates it by the garland of white lights. Chandrakirti's explanation illuminates Nagarjuna's words. Chandra, whose stainless wisdom orb is full, who glides freely across scripture's space. So Chandrakirti is like the key, basically, that opens up and allows one to look at all scripture and be able to understand it. Bene? Sura Shedan Chupa Dumbi. The Sura Shedan Jepa
Ala
Dumbi.
Sura Shedan, Chabara Tumbi, Sundan, Naka Tanzi Jimaba says, Sura Shedan, so Ganju Denji Samal Kores,
Lesser.
Sura Shedan,
Lesser.
Chabar Tumbi Sundan, Sanji Karawa,
Lesser.
Chabar Tumbi Sundan, and Naka Tanzi Dang Maba, Tanzi Dang Maba, Robert Hama Dang, Joker Jades, Soro Shedan, Chabar Tumbi, Sanji Ka,
Lesser.
Sanji Sundan, Naka Tanzi Maba, Maba, Robert Hama Dang, Joker Jades, Robert Hama, Lumi Joker Send, Robert Hama, and the Luta Lodin to Logro. What the Joker was, and Jokas Kama Logro, Kama, Sita Malvasita. Robert Hama, Joker Jades, Pedun Jadel, Pedun. Tedaki, Shelejan, Teko and Joros, they do not, but the Latin Gores. Padan Dayusun Dayu, Vezir, Soro Shetan, Chabat Numbi, Sundan Naka, Tanji Maba, Lobaram Hawa, Joker, Roman Joker, Kamak Tu, Joker Jade,
Ale.
Tedaki, Shelejan, Teko and Jorosa. Tuna Karim, Kalitan Gores.
Ale. The Luta Jukar.
Lomin Joker Senaba, Lomin Joker Senaba,
Dandar.
Joker Pajabroda, Lomin Joker Senabas,
Lesser.
Padan Leshe,
Lesser.
Joker Tennessee was,
Paladin. Lesser.
Padan Leshe to go to Lutama to Nebugo.
Ah, okay. Antidote.
Joker Tennessee was
Tuchena. Dedagi Chele Jang de Gua Joro. The Gare. The Tama. The Dagi
Tadaki,
Jela.
Tadaki Shelejang, Koranju, Tadaki Tundate, Tilatin Gogres.
Oh, in dependence on that, you will understand. Okay, so then it goes on to speak of Chandrakirti's excellent qualities, and it says that when we look at all of the the points that have been made, whether they're the general points or the specific points of the Kangjur and Tanjur, Chandrakirti makes it so if we were to compare these scriptures, these vast scriptures of the Kangjur and Tanjur to space, and understanding of it compared to one's ability to navigate through that space, Chandrakirti's texts allows you to navigate through the space of the Kangjur and Tanjur freely, without any obstruction, without any problem. So it's put in a very poetic way that it gives you this freedom to fly through these scriptures and understand them unimpeded. And it says here that the reason that it says that the correct view outshines others. It says that if those with wrong views were like stars, if we could say they were stars in the sky, then the correct view would outshine them and would make it so that those lights seemed dark, because they would be outshined so much. And so the meaning of that is that it's an antidote. So meaning that the antidote to wrong views is the teaching of Nagarjuna and Chandrakirti. It outshines it. It serves as an antidote. That their light shines of wrong view, but the correct view outshines it and surpasses it, so that wrong view, the light's no longer there. So that's the meaning that it breaks it down in here, that it says that the light of correct view that outshines the light of wrong view is like the antidote of correct view that serves as an opponent to wrong view. So that's what the points that are being made here, and it's speaking of the generals and specifics of the Kangjur and Tanjur. Songra Shi Dang Jepar, so those generals and those very specific points and the meaning of them, if they were like space, these words would allow you to navigate that space freely. Dig Song Rinpoche, Selpuda. Then
Thunder did Lama Tune, Jambian Yimba, Koto Geshe Lhasa, Lami Jinji Tunis, Jermichi, Lami Jinji Tunis, Lama de Tun Jambian, Jambian.
so.
The Dembe, Lami Tune, Jermichi, Lama Jambian Yimba, Koto Chigundus,
So here
Koto Geshe Lhasa. Chushu der Yiji She and Shedan Jung Lasa. Chushu Kaji Lote, Kata Chaku Jessa Jis, Sheda Jajas, Shedan Jung La. Sombon Tan Jawanki, Three Yijis, and Deda Jasha, Deda. Kata Chaku Jessana, and Deda. Kata Chaku Jessana, Jessana, Sheda. What did that? Sumbum
dang jeongi di
Sumbum dang Jawasan Jawang Sumo Jujirva.
Jeongare?
Jawasan Lama Jujirva to Andu Lama. Jawangi three Yijis and Deda Jashas and Kata Jakuchis and Deda. Kata Jakuchis Jesana Sheda. Deda Sheda to the row. Chuji, Laba, Chuji, Pachalu, Chuji, Pachandun, or Denisana, or then Gada Jacoji, Sajes and Sheda Rosida, Chuji, Pachalu,
So
Shedaro.
it says when we speak of this teacher, it says my teacher's kindness down here. I'm just reading in the commentary who is being spoken of. The root teacher of Lama Tsongkhapa is truly Manjushri. And Manjushri is able to clarify allow for the understanding of these texts through reading, something to that effect. Clarify that Manjushri is really the root teacher who is the clarifier. Then de tambo dana ngachi
de you to cover the no.
There.
Or the
Tuche.
Somodan Jawangi, Tere Yiji, and Drubi da Yudosa, and Truda, Kata Chakuche, Truda Dusre. See Tombutana, Tana, Tuba Botan, Nasune, Dagi Nasutos, Nasune, Toshaos, Nasun Toshaos, Te Tombusata, Tombuniba. These two Lama Jabaya and Bakoto Gisela, Chushin the Yiji, Shedan Jongla, Somo the Jawanki, Yiji Drubida, Shedat and Redua. That Tombute Shedat Redua Sheda, Kata Chakuchisat. Tombutana, Ye Tubaputa, Ye Tuba, Yiji Tusana, Tubabu Ye Nasune, Tojawo, Nasute, ngasu toba ngasu de yiji toba insa ngasu toja yide su turusana yiji toba res yiji toba shematana shemato de ne sheda shematana yiji ngasu toja yiji ngasu toja dans yiji ngasu toja dans jini tobabo jogulasa jedme yiji ngasu tos mobaludu jontan ane baden da jon la tene ane soro to le mesebi kan ngasu de kanget sene ngasu tugus sen w dos yiji ngasu toja dans jermacheni toba ngaso token su torasana jermache tobares jeni tobabo yogolas dage ngaso tos ngaso su tobar jermache tobares.
Okay. Okay. So now it breaks down this kind of last paragraph. I see that's what's happening. This last stanza, 51, or it's saying who is the teacher. Manjushri is Lama Tsongkhapa's root teacher. How did Lama Tsongkhapa's, whose mind found a rest at last? Lama Tsongkhapa's mind found a rest. So how did it find a rest? By hearing the sound or the words from his root teacher that clarified the middle way teachings and so forth. His mind was not at rest because he couldn't understand them fully. So by hearing these words from his teacher, Manjushri, and reading the other texts, which were commentaries and so forth, his mind was put at ease, meaning he was able to understand them. Being put at ease means that the ignorance was dispelled, meaning that he became a knower. So it's... that's what it meant. Okay. So after hearing all of these points, Rinpoche, the Gongel Mebichi, the Ngayage Anjir, the Sumbum Dang Jewang, the Gare, Sumbum Dang.
Sumbum Datana.
Sumbum J Rinpoche.
Lama Momo Sumo Yoro.
Mambo Yure.
What the Kashi Sumo Yoro. Sumbum Dang.
Jewang.
Jewang in Lama Jiro.
Amdo Lama.
Injere. Jawang tere yiji shi sheda jasha deda jando usre yiji kada chaku chisana deda kada chaku chisa chisana sheda.
So then the Amdo Lama Junu Jetsun Drapa Shidrup Gegen?
What the Lama Jiro?
So the commentary in here says and then through the collected works, and then there's an Amdo Lama's name apparently, Lama from Amdo, and Rinpoche is saying it's probably Junu Jetsun Drapa Shidrup's teacher. So it's then saying, just mentioning a teacher's name, it must be his teacher, because they're talking about teacher's kindness. I would really need to take time to... This commentary is very vast, but it's mentioned in here, so I asked Rinpoche about that. So just... Oh, I see. So like his teacher was Amdo. Manjushri was a teacher to Lama Tsongkhapa in this same way, in this same kind of... had the same kind of relationship. Okay. And then it says collected works, and I said to Rinpoche, does that mean the collected works of Lama Tsongkhapa? And he said that there are many collected works, so it could just mean all of the various collected works, because there's collections of Nagarjuna, collections of Lama Tsongkhapa, collections of Kirtap and Gyaltsab. Okay. Dene? Ale.
Somo na jawan chuki tere yiji shi choban dera jasas dera yodo. Ti dambuta nas ane sheda na dera tenying na dambuta na 이 토바보다 이 토바 이지 다게 이지 가서 또 이지 토바보제
Less so?
가서 토자
Less so.
네 다게 이지 가서 토스 이지 가서 토버스 강에 세워 강에 매봐
Less so.
가서 토자오스 셔마다나 네 이지 대다가 뭐 제바 이나야 이지 가서 토자다 제 토바보 요글라스 다기 지나서 토스 네 토바보데 젤라마 송고비 토바레스 가르 토바레스나 내수 토바레스 강에 매버 토바레스 이 지나서 토자다 진이 토바보 요글라스 내수 토스 토르스나 제르무지 토바레스 강에 매버 토바레스 어떤 손이 인사래 다게 이징가 수토 제르메지 다게 이징가 수토스 일 강에만 보토스 제니 토바보레스 토바보 누고라 인가수 제르메지 토바 인서 토겐데 제르메지
Yes, sir. So it's saying who was the person who heard this? Lama Tsongkhapa. What happened when he heard this truth? His mind was put at ease. And then also another point is made in here. I think I missed about the moon. It's just saying that Chandrakirtis is like the moon that illuminates a dark sky in the nighttime. Even though it's the nighttime, the moon is able to make it look like it's not because it illuminates the sky. And Chandrakirti is compared to that in the commentary, but it's also compared to it in the actual root text. I've folded this in such a way that I can't find it. So, but you'll see it in the root text. Okay, Digson Rinpoche. Here it is. Illuminated by the garland of white lights of Chandrakirti's well-uttered insights, Chandra, whose stainless wisdom orb is full, who glides freely across Scripture's space. You know, it should speak of the hold on, who's supposed to the moon. It talks about the moon in the actual Tibetan. Maybe orb means moon, whose stainless wisdom moon is full and illuminates freely, glides freely across Scripture's space. Anyway, within the Tibetan, there's this idea of the moon illuminating the sky on a dark night. Here. It's a poetic image to describe Nagarjuna's texts and commentaries as a kind of flower that blooms in the light of the moon. The metaphor he uses, he is likening the wisdom to a clear full moon and uses space as a metaphor for all of Buddhist sutra and tantra scriptures. There's something here, though. Here, just when the full moon rises in a clear night, it automatically clears away all darkness. Similarly, when he studied these works, Chandrakirti's wisdom removed all these extreme views. So that's the points are made in the commentary as well. Okay, Digsung Rinpoche.
Oh, yeah.
Shiloka ngapju ngani lesson.
Yeah.
Sepa gonle.
Yeah, tuba, donje goza. Ta somba don duwa. Zeba gunle songe den zeba chuyin teyan ne. Deni yin she keba yi. Dele sonje jeden shun. Dele sonje shun zeba gunle songe ne. Zeba chuyin teyan ne. Deni yin she keba yi. Dele sonje jeden shun. Tobi onbu koson toji zeba gunle. Ne songe zeba de chures. Kuyin zeba songe zeba tojin zebas. 사자만 보다게 그인제바 송긴제바 토진제바 네 맞출 령아 이송선의 사제 고유된 송 그인제바 송긴제바 토진제바스
Zepa Juni. Okay,
제바 주니 꼴레 전화 송주산이다 베지 좀 지주 제발라 소바하지 송긴제바 송연라 주니 송긴제바 토진제바 최다정 공송도 챈바 어디 되지로다.
Tuche.
사자만은 보다 주진 제바 꿀레 송근제바 추레 송근제바 Zeba Kunli Sunga Zeba Chores, Sanjak Sung de la Tene, and then Sejamo Penton ta. Chuyin, Teane, Deni is a Kebai, Dele Sanji Generations, Geneshu. To be on be Kusung Tuji, Zeba Kunle, Sungin Zeba Chu Yinshins, Sungin Zeba Chu Teane, Tended to be Chudeni Yimbi, Shana, Tenbi Ne Tongyu, Kebais, Tenjun Sumbi, Chundela, Sanjun to be Chundele, Sanji Jesu, Tamba, Shushi Jeba Wu, Jawaki, Tene, Tebi Chudele, Shenjongos, Jesu Tamba Ne, Sanji Kadin Tamba Dan, Sanji Tamba Kanla Jajan, Ruan Hongos. What did
Dudu she?
Yeah.
Got it.
Tak ngade Sanji Guin Zeba, Sung Zeba, Tojin Zeba, Sung Nane, Sung Zeba Chures,
That's
Zeba Kunle Sungine, Zeba Chuyin, Tayan and the Yinshins, and then tended to Bani said Marbe. And then Yinshi Kebai, the Sanji Generations. Tobi Ombi Go Sung Toji, Zeba Kunle, Sung Zeba, Chuyin the Guin Zeba, Sung Zeba,
sure.
Tojin Zeba, Sung Nane, Sung Zeba Chures,
That's
Chu Yinshin, Sung Zeba Chu Tayan, tended to be Chundeni Yinshins, tended to be Chundeni Red, Chu Zeba, Deni Yimbi Shana. Tenbi Net Tongyu, Tenbi Shajaman Buddha, Longi Tembatan, to be Tenbi Net Tongyu, Kebai, Tended Sombi, Chundele, Sanji Jesu Temba, Shushi Jeba was Sanji Jesu Temba, La Jesu Temba, Chu Jesu Temba, Jeden Trosa Jorongodujan, what does the later do? Janju Tene, Tubi Chundele, Dele Shen Jongos, Jesu Temba ne, Sanji Kadin Temba Dan, Sanji Temba Gala Jajan, and the Chiyama Chibares.
Okay. So now we're on the next stanza, stanza number 52. And it says, of all your deeds, your speech is supreme. Within that, too, it is this very speech. So the wise should remember the Buddha through this. And then parentheses, teaching of dependent origination. And then we have... this is a short one, so I'll read this. Among all deeds, the act of teaching is supreme, and his teachings, this one is supreme. Therefore, the wise should remember the Buddha for this. It's parenthesed in this other translation, but it just says for this, and it's implied that we're speaking of dependent origination because the whole text is praising dependent origination. So this is always referring to what Lama Tsongkhapa has written this text about to praise, and that's dependent origination. So when we look at the activities or the deeds, we see that the Buddha engages in deeds through his or her body, speech, and mind. And of all of the deeds, it says that the Buddha does, the deeds of his or her speech are the highest, and specifically the speech about dependent origination is the highest deed. So if we look at all of the excellent deeds the Buddha does through his or her body, speech, and mind, the deed of teaching dependent origination is the highest deed. So this is again showing the greatness of dependent origination, and it says here that there is nothing higher. It is the supreme teaching that the Buddha gave among all presentations that were given. This is the supreme presentation, and of all activities and deeds that can be done, his speech is the supreme deed. So when we look at the scriptural and realizational doctrine, the dependent origination is the supreme, Diksa, is the supreme realization, is the supreme scripture, is the supreme activity of the speech, higher than any of the body or mind. Diksa.
Zombie
Jutsen da.
Tended to a zombie Jusen dance, and then tended to a suit from a German Jumbarwa.
Somba? Somba gare.
Saji nearby Lego.
In it somba, Inji King at somba. Zombie. Somba tsena?
Wait, the nearby zombie Jusen down go on us. Tended to a zombie Jusen down, tended to a suit from Bazana, German Jumbarwa. German tended to a Tungu Jusen carriers. And they should go on. Totanila Chawanis, Tomokulon Abu, Tamalago, Huaje Ures, Tombi Jusen go on was Hua.
So
that Tombi Jusen there, 20 just wrote to Shonju there. Jason La Jamba Memagin, Nanju Shola Tombi Galonji, Johnson Champatella that goes. Tombi Jusen to attain with it.
Som Serna Rinpoche?
Tended about the Sue Jibare, so say Jibare. Tended about the Khensur Rinpoche Rota. Tombarova.
Somba Chicken Chipa?
Chibarota.
The reason
about Suzore, Rinpoche Rova, Rinpoche Zubaro, Rinpoche Tombar.
Jutsen.
Tombi Jusen Carresana.
And Garishene tree. Okay. So the next we find there are two categories. The first one is the reason for writing this, or the reason for composition, I believe. I tried to find the word. I'm not familiar with it, and it's, of course, not in the dictionary. So the reason for composition, and then the ngao, Ngo de gare Nipa Sombi Jutsen Dang Ngo gare dedication. Okay, so the reason for composition and then dedication. So then it says the first, meaning the reason for composition.
That tended to be so somebody Jimmy Tombarova. Sombi Jusen Carres, Carajin Tombares, Sombi Jusen, 20 just wrote to Shonjute. Nobody just on there, Shajaman Buddha just on there, and then I wrote to some ways, wrote to Shonjute. Jason La Jamba mentions, and the Swaji Sonro to Pacham whatever is, Jason La Jamba mentions, Tombajachi to Montu say, Padu Julu Taji Dambasha, Tamani Sanko to Yansula, Kunja Tabaji Cheto once, Jeremy Sonro Yonzu de Lujan Jiba instead of Marba.
The Longare.
Tombajachi to Montu, Padu Julu Taji Damba, Tamani Sanko to Yansula, Kunja Tabaji Cheto once. What the J. Sonji Luro.
Lamsam Namsa.
20 Jesu, Road to Sonjutis, Shajaman Buddha, Jesu on the Natabajiba is 20 Jesu, Road to Sonjute. Jason La Jaba Machine, the Swaji Sonro, Katanju to the Jamba Lujan Abijiba is
Yabuche.
Tombajachi to Monte, Padu Jean Lutanji Dambasha, what is Marba General, the Sondu. Jason La Jamba Kanju Tanju to Lujan Abijiba to number is. Jason La Jamba Machine. Nanju Shula, Champi Galonshi, Nanju Shula, Champi Galonshi, Transon Champatella, Transon, Shajan Buddha de la Cobayus, Champatella, Theatre Cus, Nakadin Jesuiten of the Cobajigus. Some of you sent a go on was Tombone, 20 years of road to Shonjutis, Shajaman Buddha just on the Trabajiba is 20 years of road to Shon, and Jason La Pachama Mateva is Jason Jaba Memeshins,
Less so.
Nanjushola Tumbi Galonshis, Nanjushola Tumbi Galon Jirmachirota, Transon Chambertella Tatago, Nanjushola Tumbi Galonshi, Transon Chambertella Tatago, Transon Shajamana Bodatella, Kubayus.
Less so. Okay, so stanza number 53. Following such a teacher and having become a renunciate, having studied the conqueror's words not too poorly, this monk who strives in the yogic practices, such as the depth of his reverence to the great seer. In another translation, I became ordained as your follower and studied your teachings in no meager way. A monk who exerted himself in his spiritual practice in this way, I respectfully honor that great sage. So here, we find in Lama Tsongkhapa's Destiny Fulfilled also a similar sentiment where he says, first I sought out often extensive learning, then all the teachings dawned as trainings. Finally I practiced all day and all night, completely dedicated to the spread of the teaching. Thinking this over, how well my destiny saw fulfilled. Thank you so very much, O holy wisdom treasure. So we see a similar point being made where Lama Tsongkhapa states that he studied rigorously these texts, where it says, having studied the conqueror's words not too poorly, means that he rigorously, day and night, studied these texts. And let's see. And then it says that studying and striving in yogic practice is how he shows Buddha Shakyamuni his reverence and respect. So his respect, his reverence, is shown by in this way. So it says, such is the depth of his reverence to the great seer. This monk who strives in the yogic practices, such is the depth of his reverence to the great seer, meaning that his respect is shown by this, by engaging in these practices, by studying the great scriptures. Nidsampa Kanga Laso.
Tobala Tata Tibi Jusen Kanshena, Yudes, Tobala Nameva, Ti, Jesu. Tanti Jesu Ratu Shunjute Rendua. Tambala Namabati, Jesu Ratu Shunte, Ratu Shunwa Chute Jermiche. Nesanjiki Tembi Jesu non Ratu Shunwa Yins. Jayu Sunro, Nula Jamba Memeshins. Ne Kanju Tenjusu, Lujan Momadamba Yins. Jamba Memeshin. Ten Nyansun Lambi, ne Lujan Cheba Tantamabi Nyansun Languyus. Nyansun Lambi. Nanjuju Sheba La, Tumbi, Galon Lodon Tabi Pe Sheshawa, Shi, Chanson Chambo, Tuan Tela, Tata Kusos, Chanson Chambo, Shajaman Bodala, Ne Kubayus, Kuso Shi, Sheba Shay Chetu Yimbi Shiras, Jusen Teres, Tendo Tabatungu Jusen Teres, Yimbi Shiras. Jamba Chetan Zeban, Nantar Nantan, Jini Jinzebi, Tujule, Sheba Shaos, Tamba Jajuba Matos, Badu Jolo Tanji Dambasha, Tamani Sekun, Yansula, Kunja Tabaji Chetumos, what the Zultus on the Marbe.
So again, Rinpoche again read Destiny Fulfilled. First I sought out often extensive learning, then all the teachings dawned as trainings. Finally I practiced all day and night, completely dedicated to spread the teaching. And here it says that there is no higher teacher, Dumba Lana Mepa, De Jesu Raptu. There is no higher teacher, and there is no higher teaching that a teacher can give than this teaching of dependent origination. This is all under the section, the reason for the composition of this text. So there is no higher teacher, there is no higher teaching that the teacher can give, so it's for that reason that there has been the choice of this topic for the text, the praise of this topic, which there is no higher topic the Buddha presented. And it says, having studied extensively the Kangjur and the Tanjur, studying the Kangjur and Tanjur extensively is how one shows this great admiration or respect. Namtar. Studying studying the liberation stories and so forth these great beings, Jamba, Jitta, Tsepa, Namtar, Namdang, Jeniki, Sepita, Sheba, Shedang, Soyi, Jadun. So basically going through the extensive way in which Lama Tsongkhapa studied. So it says, finally I practiced all day and night. I sought out extensive learning. So the extensive learning is what's being presented in here in terms of the full study of these topics and the full study of the Kangjur and the Tanjur and the liberation life stories and so forth. And then finally I practiced all day and night once I saw these teachings dawn as trainings, Lama Tsongkhapa said. So Junu Jetsun Drop Shidrup is expressing similar points that Lama Tsongkhapa is expressing. Big song. Let me make sure I got it.
Oh, yeah. Tubi to sanji temba de la long temba to tubi temba ni mo to maro long temba kanju tenju tu sure kanju tenju je
leso
tubi temba laba sung tudin ji laba tingan ji laba shira ji laba sung de tubi temba marba
so when we
long che de sung chenye dang tubi temba la sung nyang la des.
So when we divide the doctrines up, we can divide it into scriptural doctrine and realizational doctrine. The scriptural doctrine would be the Kangjur and Tanjur, realizational doctrine being the practice of the three higher trainings. So here it's saying you are the teacher that is unexcelled, unexcelled in terms of scriptural truth and unexcelled in terms of realizational truth. Dene?
Tomalana kamba jitun de tomalana me belon tu jitemba tan tuson kunun ji gone jeju shwa den dawa ne lami kadin yins lami tin yin be jirme shi lama randa wala soba te su kadin yin sungo jirbo da jabe yang dan lami tin yin be na gawa jen to maze ne toban de tende do tambe gawa yorwa gawande yang roa maluba shenye tabin zibi jor ngos gawande yang roa maluba ge shenye tabin zibi jor ngo ge yin si jermishi jor ngo kandi lama ne shenye shi wandu sheba wos jermishi lama randa wala soba jambe yang la soba shi wandu sheba res sheba wo jayu temba nzwe le nembi tangshu nanye te london tubi danye to Tenzin shedam haji to druba sheba kuna wos. Sanji ke temba tala longi temba ta tubi temba nyi, longi temba kanju tenju tuzure. Tubi temba lausun nyalen, churin ji loba, tingan ji loba, shira ji loba. Wote nyalen tuzija gures. Tembi tangchun nanyi te, london tubi danyi to. Shesung ba tar longi temba tang, tubi temba nyi su ngay shins. Sanji ke temba tala ni su ngay kata ni jenpa yo ma res. Longtu ke temba la tusan tang tubi temba la nyanglen she na sanji ke temba tang ten jenpa she sha wo sa. Wate tusan kusan she na sanji ke temba naya ka res. Nunga ma res. Naya na sanji ke temba tang ten jenpa she sha wo sa. Tuson kuson sheba tala, 상지가 땜바 땜바도 땜반 잼바서 들서거든. 땜반 저에서 라마 첨도 되는 산탕고 말이스. 소소대 산탕에는 땜반 잼고 하듯이.
Okay, let's go. Kashi Sarpalosa. Okay, so then we get into what you got? What are you changing? 50. Since it is due to my teacher's kindness, I have met with the teaching of the unexcelled teacher. I dedicate this virtue, too, toward the cause for all beings to be sustained by sublime spiritual mentors. Let's go. And then I'll read, since it is through the kindness of a Lama that one even meets with such teachings revealed by the consummate teacher, I dedicate the virtue of composing this work to all beings without exception. May it serve as a cause for them to be taken under the care of the holy spiritual beings. Rinpoche, Chiran de Dumba Lana Mepi Dumba Dang Jewa de Losa? Chu Losa? Okay. Okay. That's so. Okay. Then they got Trisa. Then the Hua? Okay. The Jutsen Sar? Okay. Okay, so now we get into this next stanza is the second category. So we had the reason for the composition, the greatness, the greatest teaching, the greatest teacher, and the reason that this was composed was for that, to elucidate that. Now we get into the dedication section. So I just read it. Since it is due to my teacher's kindness, I have met with the teaching of the unexcelled teacher. I dedicate this virtue, too, towards the cause for all beings to be sustained by sublime spiritual mentors. So here that falls under this next second category of dedication. It says under here that there are two kinds of dedications that are going to be presented in it. Dedication and aspiration, I believe. So this first one falls under the category of dedication, and the last one will be 55, will be an aspiration. So those are the two categories. And then it says... so from there, it speaks about the kindness, since it is due to my teacher's kindness. Who is Lama Tsongkhapa's teacher? We say that the root teacher is Manjushri, but he also had many other teachers, such as Sakya Randawa. Sakya Randawa is one of the main teachers that is mentioned and mentioned here. And it says that it is through the teacher's kindness that any of this is possible. Just here. Lama Shenyan Shiwang Joe Demba Tsele Dumbi Dam Chuna Lungdan Dopi Dai. So if one wishes to understand the scriptural and realizational doctrines of Lord Buddha, it's necessary to have a teacher, a spiritual friend, in order to unveil the meanings of these. The scriptural doctrine being the Kangjur and Tenjur, the realizational doctrine being the highest higher trainings, the highest higher training in ethics, the highest higher training in concentration, and the highest higher training in wisdom. So these two require the teacher. Dopi Denba Nyamlin. So the listening to the scripture and then engaging in the practices to achieve the realizational doctrine in the way that the Buddha previously did. Sanjay gi demba lana mepa dang de tsemba shejao nipa ne. Then nipa.
Nipa penze ti demba sibi tara nga tu long ke naba mo yushin dembi nga sushin ne demba la yishi je tatu kongwa shus gawa kongwa tamarbe. Penze ti demba hans penze shajamana Buddha ti demba hans CB Takwa Madunji Bado, Nadu Lunke Naba Mayushins, Nadu Lunke, Ne Matuba no Lobatuba, Lunke Naba Mayushin, Tambing on Tushenes, Londuke Tambing Netu Shene, Tambala, Asian Tato Kanshus, Kanshu, Penzeti, Tamba, Chesujeva Jedunde, Chijik Nondus, Tela Ji Tambune, Ruala, Nagot Tatuki Pemanzebi, Tambati, Tambalans, Shajaman Buddhati, Tamba, City Bado, Kuamanunji Bado, Ku Tabado, Tamba de la Maguba dance, Matu Badan, Robatu Viju, Nantuki Lungi, Shuji, Nabamayushins, Tatsuki Jumaba, Tambi Natu, Tandi Dobandini, Tambi Nibos, Tambi Natu Shene Tambala, Waterendo, Tambi Natu Denis, Shajaman Buddha, Tambi Natu Deni, Tandi Doba, Ni Tambi Nibo, Tandi Doba, Tambi Nibo in Bashene, Dejambi Debe, Tambala Yishene Batan, Tatu Raju, Kawa Shuji, Jebade, Sibi Tarshebane, Sibi Tarshebe, Ku Shata, Shata Jebado, Kuama Numbado, Tamba Neba, Haba Yelas, Kuama Nujbatu, Sanjik Tamba Jebashus, Melon Tabares, Haba Yelas, Tala Tata Zunzante, Bena, Naka Tatuba Jazamba, Sheno. Pensiti, Tembang, Adulung, Nabamish, Tembing Audition, Tembalas, Ichijan with Tatu Kanshus, Matubatan, Lubatuba, Nadulunki, Nabamish, Tatamatumba Tenege, and Juma Jibachigures, Mayushin, Tambing on Tendi, Tabandini, Tembi, Himba, Tendi Sheba, the Tembi Himbuddhist. Sheba Shene, Te Tambi, Debes, Tendi Shibiguna, and Te Dajin, Sanjila Deba, Shajaman Budala Debe, Tumbala Ichi Nebe, Tato, Raju Kawa Shujiba, Malatabaresda, Tambing on Tushin, Tembala, Ichi Nebe, Tato Kawa Shus, Sajitaji, Tembala Ichi Nebe, Tato Kawa Shus, Jeba De. Sebi Tasheba Shebe, Ku Sheta Matunji Bato, Kwa Matunji Bato, and Temba Neba Heba Yelas, Sanjik, Kwa Matunji Bato, Sanjik, Temba Nebi, Melon Tabares, Heba Yela. Then Taba Tazunte, Pena, Naki Tatu Juba, Jezamba, Shesomba Genos, Ngadu don Jayu Shuji, Temba de Mamadan Joa Ton Tote, Teon Dule, Tenima Ton Ranga Jubai, Ngadu Naji Temba de Truso, Shesum Batan Rao, Ishi Niebe Kawane, Temba la Reba Yandaki, Ishi Nebama, Ishi Tuba Tanto Maze, Te Jundu, Nation Piwa Pemba Wosa,
Tepa.
Pemba de, what the Gaza,
Each Tepa.
each of it, Deba Yurota, each of
Bless
it,
you.
each never gone, Tumba la Reba Yandagune, Tumba la Reba Yandagune, Tangagune. 贵元的、宋元的、春元的、出当代国的西北县呢，真的17年把没用过了，一切把马头就把都马头长都马在，台军都耐心是，咱把那一切把军都耐心，陪我，把我啥，帮他打把的是。
Okay. Chishina.
안 공화부터 맞에 제바 오사.
Less so.
야.
Okay, so now where did my paper go? So stanza number 55. May the teaching of this beneficent one till world's end. Let me try this again. May the teaching of this beneficent one till world's end be unshaken by the winds of evil thoughts. May it always be filled with those who find conviction in the teacher by understanding the teaching's true nature. May the teachings of the one who only benefits others remain undisturbed by the winds of bad thoughts until samsara's end. And may the world always be filled with beings who have gained faith in the Master through achieving correct understanding of his teaching system. So here, once one recognizes that the teachings have only been presented for the benefit of others. There is no other reason that the teachings have been presented. And it's saying, may, as long as the world exists, may these teachings exist. So it's an aspiration that Lama Tsongkhapa is making, saying as long as there is a world, may there be a teaching. And then winds here are used and compared to bad thoughts that blow around. And it says that may those winds of bad thoughts not disturb any of the teachings that were presented by Buddha Shakyamuni, because those teachings were only presented for the benefit of others. So may the evil winds not disturb that whatsoever. And then it said, and may the world always be filled with beings who have gained faith in the Master. So once one looks at the excellent qualities of the Buddha's body, the excellent qualities of the Buddha's speech, the excellent qualities of the Buddha's mind, and looks at the scriptures that have been presented, one will begin to gain faith through belief, or inference through belief, Yichitepa. So one, through analyzing all of these different subjects that the Buddha presented and analyzing all of the excellent qualities that he or she has, then this will allow one to gain this kind of faith. And it says, and may the world always be filled with beings who have gained faith in the Master through achieving correct understanding of his teaching system. So the way that one gets this faith isn't blindly, it's through analysis of the system. And then once one analyzes the system and comes to understand the incontrovertible nature of points posited, then this faith through conviction can be gained in faith in other things that aren't able to be proven using that same kind of logic and reasoning. Let me make sure. Ngait Sampa Kanga. Shiloka Sarpa. Okay. So now we move on to the next stanza. May I never falter even for an instant to uphold the excellent way of the sage, which illuminates the principle of dependent origination through all my births, even giving away my body and life. Nene?
What the Tanda Tatana?
The Dene Jongwe Deni Sase De Loson.
Tobi Loson Joa Tanjito, Ludon Sujan Zebala, Kajizan Leba Majujis.
Lesso. Lesso. So this again is more of an aspiration. Natsu Dutsu Mambo Yomare.
Tandamba Juta Kapa Majin, then he was in the Drubande, Takashi Bion, Nabajubi in Santa Washu. That's Sandagua. Lazon Tabitu Chumbatan, Sando Majine Jonta, Leden Abola Sumejan, Yomabata to Trushis, Sadr, that ended of Sandro.
Yomare.
Sadr.
Chukabiare. The Dene Jongwe the
Then you think Senzeba, tubi lozang jawa tangje do le dong su jo tang zhe ba la ge jing zang le ba ma ju ji dan de ju de ni sen zhe ba dan de yin bi ju sen ji de kon na ni se wan zhe ba tubi lozang bu de jawa tangje do le dong le jing ba tang su jing ba tang ya le dong su jo tang ne zhen ba la dan ba zhen ba la ge ji zang le ba ma ju ji
Lesso. Lesso. Nene.
Dan Drenpa Chute Kawa Pamba Chi Neten Nyebun Zene Drupa.
Oh, okay.
Takan Shige Pyo Anyo Naba Chube Nyen Dawa Shu. Lasang Tabi Chundu Chunpa Tang. Changtong Oba Jiden Chung Leden Nabo La Sume Chang Iyo Maba Tatu Chushi Tsare.
Then the Drenpa Chute the Losang?
Drenpa Chute Kawa Pamba Chi Neten Nyebun Zene Drupa Nde. Drenpa Chute Drenpa Shajaman Buddha Ro.
Lessa.
Shajaman Buddha Chute Kawa Pama Chi Neten Nyebun Zene Drupa Nde. Neten Nyebun Zene Drupa Ndes. Kaba Chama Sun Tsusa Ne Wate Sanje Yoro. Drupa Nde. Takan Shiki Pyo Anjo Nyambe Naba Chube Nyen Dawa Shu. Sanje Ki Tenpa Te Papiya Te Tautan Shira Kangla Tene Sanje Ki Tenpa Jeba Njo Nyambe Naba Chube Nyen Dawa Shu. Nebi Sandu Te Tuyta To Nga Su Senle Yunga Phalang Taba Marbe
Lesso.
Nyen Dawa Shu.
Lesso. Nene. Lasang.
Lasang Tabi Chundu Chunpa Ta Changda Omba Jiden Chungwa Tang
Okay.
Leden Nabu La Su Sume Chang Iyo Maba Tatu Chushi Shu. Wa Tsare.
Okay. So, may I never falter, even for an instant, to uphold the excellent way of the sage, which illuminates the principle of dependent origination through all my births, even giving away my body and life. May I spend day and night carefully reflecting by what means can I enhance this teaching achieved by the Supreme Savior through strenuous efforts over countless eons. As I strive in this with pure intention, may Brahma, Indra, and the world's guardians and protectors, such as Mahakala, unswervingly assist me. So these are all aspirations that are made. This completes the teaching on Lama Tsongkhapa's praise of dependent origination. Uphold the excellent way of Buddha Shakyamuni, and illuminating. Rinpoche gave very little commentary on any of this, and this is the completion. This completes the teaching. Then, Rinpoche, the long, Dutsi Rebe.
Long Long Teni Taba Jindong Gembe.
Long Dutsu Yuna Yabudu. Yene.
Tuso de Le Labro Ten A.
Dendel Dopa Kuna Yurbe, Mena Yuna.
Ta long ne chene, Kanshi Son Shi Son Ba Yi Chen Ta Ba La Na Me Jawa Ten Ji Ba Ju Se Shin Ba De La Gu. Ji To Ba De Ji Den Go Ba Chen Ye Ba
He's
Te
giving
Zo
us a
Ma Re De.
transmission.
Kanshi Tong Ye Te Do Ba Ten Ji De Ba Jong Wa Son Ta Se Lu Tong Den Ba Yi. Ten Ji De Ba Jong Yu Lang Chue Ji Ten Bi Ne Ni Do Chi Ta Kong Tu Chu Men Joro. Chi Ta Kong Tu Chu Men Joro.
The Chikshin Alelar.
Ah, Te Kong Tu Chu Ta La Nang Gon Chue La. Ta La Nang Gon Chue La.
Rinpoche. Chikshin Alelar.
De Le La.
Okay.
Te Bi Gon Ne Su Ji Ke Ten Ne Jong Song Ba Le. Mo Sa Chu Ba Ji Shi Nian Kang Ga Jian La Ra Le Be. Te Te Rang Jin Jie Dong Xie. Song Wan De Le Ya Chen Be Le Nu Zun De Ji Xie Yu. Kang Du Zong Yu Xie Ba Nang. Kang Du Zong Yu Xie Ba Nang. Tan Zhen Yi Qian Wan Den Xie Ba. Den Yi Ke La Zhi Ba Yi Chao Ma Le Ju Bi. Den De Xian Du Ma Tong Yu. Den Ba Xie Xie Qin Yi. Wa Ji La Ne Seng Ge Ji Me Di Jian La Zhang Bi Ci. Me Di Jian La Zhang Bi Ci. Me Di Jian La Zhang Bi Ci. Me Di Jian La Zhang. E Ma Wu Den Ba E Ma Wu Jiao E Ma Wu Ma Zhong Ge. Den Ji Den Zhong Le Song Bi. 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 Na Den Ji Den Zhong Le Song Bi. Den Ji Den Zhong Le Song Bi. Den Ba De La Da Sha Ce Pen Zi Xue Xue Du Wa Le. Pen Bi Le Du Ka Ce Ba Den Bi Yin Bu Tong Ba Yin Ngan Bi Ju Sen. Na Men Da Men Ba Den Ji Den Ba Ju Yu Ge Wa Tang Na Ma Zhu Ba Tong An De Yi Xue Xue. Chi Ta Kong Tu Xu Men Ju Ru. Chi Ta Kong Tu Xu Men Ju Ru. De Te Ra La Na. Te Ta La Na Gun. De Te Ra La Na. Gunchula, Dela, Gunchula, Dela, Gunchula, Dela, Gunchula, Dela, Jeda, Kundu Chumin, Jeda Kundu Chumin, Joro. Jeda Kundu Chumin, Jujun, Jujunchi, Chunaji, Tombani, Tenju, Toman, Raji, Tomba, Shaji, Tiba, Magazine. Shajitaba Magazine, Shajitaba Magazine, Shajitaba Magazine, Tongla, Teleduba Toma, Tongla Shamaro, Shadajilla, Tume, Yanga, Tumas, Tishi Chujitambala, Tishi Chujitambala, Tenju Tongaleba, Tian, Kuntumeba, Raji, Webeme, Tumena, Kime, Dujin, Tumena, Dujin. Tena mate yema yungu tuna tujuba judan chen la tubange judan chen la tubange judan chen la tubange tishi tenen junga le matu chunga yu men pe ranjin chene tomba le matu chunga men barasun matu chunga men barasun ranjin duba men pe se chuna ranjin gayon nyangan deba muro shen chukun duba men barasun Jugun Duba, Membarazon, Tishir, Rajina de Sangidaye, Adu Kibetu Leson, de la Sungo Baranu, Rajin Gaya Mebatan, Rajin Gaya Mebatan, Rajin Gaya, no Rajin Gaya Mebatan, Rajin Gaya Mebatan, Rajin Gaya Mebatan.
Dila.
Rajin Gaya Mebatan, Rajin Gaya Mebatan, Dila. Tenen de Juye, Naja Taji Teban. Magadewa Manjo Gu, Tenen Ju Tenji, Tadawala Madesh, Les ondes de Nungo Jimala Mabejo, 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 Les ondes de Nungo Jimala Mabejo. Maulana Mabejo, the Gungu, the water, the land, and the joy. Nabani, the person, the game, and the Triship, the Lemon Sachubat, the Leman do Shonwakan, the Leman do Shonwakan, Chula, the Nana, the Banjo gentleman. Ah, the Banjo gentleman. Ah, the Banjo gentleman. The Banjo gentleman, the Banjo gentleman, the Banjo gentleman, Façon.
Mumpe.
Mauvais gentle, quand j'ai dans chez des bas, des rangées, mais déjà, monsieur, je l'en sais. Mejula Taji, Treatise, Songi Jibin, Tenen Juan, Tony Arumazip, de la Cour, Sajuro, de la Cour, Sajo, de la Cour, Sajuro, de la Cour, Sajo, Rajim, la, de la Cour, Sajo, Rajim, la Tego, la mère de Mini Generation, Zenatago, Pajuna de Levin Junga, Tejuba, Chijibi, Lazon, Togan, Joashi, Togan, Gina, Joashi, Togan, Joashi, Togan, Gina, Joashi, Togan, Joashi, Rajim to Meta. Tended to the Jumani, Jatabana, Chijala Magadu, need to Juro, need to Juro. Magadu, need to Juro, Magadu, need to Juro. Adwani do juro ne do juro. Adwani do juro jeter chuje dembala guange jan chudu lamenya basumba ya. Deni lamenya basumba deni jene le bak chele jene de shebel tonda ma tonga bol dudu bata ko de ko ren tun de juro. Ko ren tun de juro ko ren tun de juro. Ko ren tun de juro. Gogoren de jero, Gogoren de jero, Gogoren de jero, Gogoren do Chujimanda Meba, 통유전에 대중기 런던 이제 소장에 처마주방에 바니 처마주방에 바니 최지 소발로 그바탄제 된도지냐 군자와 도시로 최지 된래 시주병 랭아 왔다시 시주전화 바바제 다도 도와다죠 이마 케벤데니 제바 공도 주주바도 석강 공는 철라지주 금연조로 최송도 맞지시면 최송도 맞지시면 최송도 맞지시면 최송도 맞지시면 자 최송도 맞지시면 자시 최송도 맞지시면 너도 맞지시면 최송도 맞지시면 자시 최송도 자시리 너도라 왜 시다지 그냥 들어와 주게 되와 제 달로 모비는 되는 데 봉벌人教书中在查什么的，原先吃的靠准备，所以就那么弄把去了，就是一起把那样给我上下去，那样给我上下去，那样给我上下去，准备当等着对吧？这写了，等着去把今天当家用，培训来把出现选举没，确实今年个子吧，确实今年个子，等着人来长顿住，这样讲的这些的学没得去了。学们的去拉面，这就们这去拉面，学们的去拉面，今晚我出去点把，刚给那样老说嘛，得到他就先出去，去跟这确定这把什么个，确定这把什么个，确定这把什么个，确定这把什么个。配合突然就把大屋给就动把这结果等于但是个轮的锅煮啊配，轮的锅煮啊配，轮的锅煮啊配，轮的锅一年第一些都确实呢，拉锅的现都说对比年当老师这场面给把也要当，刚给原点通话也，老说要当刚给原点通，刚给原点通话也，家就年了这些多年就突然就去了嘛，都给我钱。第一两个学姐呢，都别不了，买也就是中啊，之前大概呢，东门街那了初中上班，前边边街，然后都把了这边边街那都，越街这越用过，越街这用过，越街这用过，但把第一长阳街那到松江的一了，对别说呢，小长阳草也弄了的是，在买的熊啊，路上这样买给，路上这样买给，路上这样买给。路上这样买给呗，就别把路上这样买给呗，路上这样买给呗，路上这样买给呗，就别把路上这样买给呗，路上这样买给就别把砸钱多，哪怕跟着这把是村里东的大给呢，村里东呢大给呢，村里东大给呢别把对面开把也就村长呢，确实呢公把养当养多这，公把养当养多这。我们养的都这市场性对吧？用嘛大了，用嘛的使用这种的话，这些这种找也，也能更多，大概也能更多动，大概也能更多动，大概也能更多动，这就照顾。之前这话弄的吧，老周用了工地在这边前边，进口的就送到看了，后面就谈真心个没把事。罗马就跟着的嘛，把那的有那些就有个这些事情，那么这些东西大概一直，俺说多大概一直，俺说多，大概一直，俺说多大概一直，俺说多的，俺说多，再把滚来送给人，再把军队的人些开办的来上些人，对的结束，然后多上学，加油送了想把买，那加油送了想把买，那就学了准备个东西，张送想把得了的这个。但把那没别，但把自己玩的了，那没真别，个玩的呀，说马六把现在咱们这边这种，反正第一再把我随便谈个，都弄个那把没，反正第一再把我随便谈了，我都弄个那把没有心，我都弄个那把没有心，但没我都，我都弄个那把没有心。就在这拉面店被搞的样，主要嘛那把现在他们这边就容我，现在他们这边就容我，现在他们这边就容我，盘子地电帮我随便他，盘子地电呢就等于是， 토벨로 선 저와 다시 들려서 수저는 계지상 저와 마주신 저바 주대 거바면 내가 해보던 저바 더강시 배워니 나바 주변이 선도와수 나바 주변이 선도와수 하선 답에 선도 좀 차도 아버지네 중앙다 레데 나불라 소미자 이와메 봤다도 조세수 와야 왔다 댄데 개초이 서로 댄데 들려 아버지가 어디 산지가 어디는 송도 댄진 대반 중앙 통나 산지 통어 댄진 대반 중앙 통나 최 통어 댄진 대반 중앙 통나 근데 통어 어떻게 인도지로 어디는 송도와 댄딜 산다한테 개초이 서로.
So that completes the teaching on praise of dependent origination. Rinpoche just gave the transmission as well. And it's a very important topic. It's considered of the utmost importance. It is said that once you see dependent origination, you see the Buddha, you see the Dharma, and you see the Sangha. So by seeing dependent origination, you see these as well. So it's very important to study this, understand it well, and let's do a very good dedication so that we will become Buddhas because of this. The fundamental ground is scented with incense and strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha land and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure realm. I dedicate whatever virtues I have collected for the benefit of the teachings and of all sentient beings, and in particular for the essential teachings of Venerable Losang Drapa to shine forever. I send forth this jeweled mandala to you, precious Guru. I dedicate all this virtue to emulate the knowledge of the hero Manjushri and likewise Samantabhadra as well. With whatever dedication is praised as supreme by all the conquerors who traverse the three times, I also dedicate all my roots of virtue for the sake of auspicious deeds. In that pure land surrounded by snowy mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness. All-powerful Avalokiteshvara Tenzin Gyatso, may you stay until samsara's end. I pray for the long life of the precious Khensur Wandak, upholder of scriptural and realizational doctrines, spiritual friend who trained extensively in the five great philosophical texts with exceptional wisdom and perseverance. Suji Rinpoche Gutsi Shapi Denonangatsu. The Becha Sarpa Chiranang. The
자와셔로 인치 돌도에